The hospital hallway was colder than the storm outside. Not physically, no. It was the kind of cold that came from fear, from waiting, from knowing that a single moment could change a life forever. Mary sat on a plastic chair that had lost all its color from years of use. Her fingers clutched the tiny blue slippers her son always wore around the house, soft, faded, and shaped by the imprint of his little feet. She held them like they were the last piece of him she had left. The clock above her head ticked loudly, almost cruelly, marking each second her boy remained behind the ICU doors. Machines beeped from inside, steady sometimes, frantic at others. Every time the beeping changed rhythm, Mary's heart raced. Her 6-year-old son, Louis, had collapsed that afternoon. No warning, no symptoms. One moment he was laughing, running, playing, and the next he was limp in her arms. Eyes rolled back, body cold as fear. The doctors rushed him in, whispering words like critical, cardiac instability, and organ stress, words that mothers shouldn't have to hear. Now she waited, alone, terrified. Rain tapped against the hospital windows like impatient fingers. Mary prayed through trembling lips, God, don't take my baby. Please, I've lost so much already. Her husband had passed 2 years earlier. Her job barely paid the bills. Her family was miles away. The child, this sweet child, was all she had. A nurse walked out, her expression tight. Mary rose immediately. Please, tell me, is he okay? The nurse hesitated, not reassuring in the slightest. We are doing everything we can. The doctors are trying to stabilize him, but he's not responding. Mary felt something collapse inside her. Her knees buckled, but she caught herself on the wall. The nurse placed a hand on her shoulder. You can wait inside the observation room. Sometimes, parents find comfort there. Comfort? What comfort can exist when your world is falling apart? Still, Mary nodded and walked into the room. Through a glass screen, she could see the edge of her son's bed. Wires ran across his small body, tubes connected to machines bigger than him. His chest rose weakly, just enough to make hope hurt. Mary pressed her forehead to the cold glass. Softly she said, God, if you hear me, please show me mercy. The minutes dragged. The hospital lights hummed above her. Every sound felt magnified. At 3:07 a.m., a piercing alarm erupted from inside the ICU. Mary jumped. Nurses rushed in from every direction. A doctor shouted orders. Hands moved rapidly, too rapidly. The beeping on her son's monitor turned into a desperate, uneven rhythm. The line flickered, flattened, then started again. Mary couldn't breathe. Her hands shook so violently that the slippers fell to the floor. A nurse approached her and said, Quickly, ma'am, you to step back. No, Mary cried. Please tell me what's happening. His heart is failing again, the nurse said gently. We're trying to bring him back. Mary fell to her knees. In that moment, nothing else mattered. Not time, not space, not the world, just mother and her God. She whispered with a voice broken open, Lord, I don't have the words, but you know a mother's heart. Please, I can't lose him too. If you want to show your power, show it now. Her tears hit the floor like raindrops. Inside the ICU, one doctor pressed harder on the child's chest, another prepared an injection. The room swarmed with urgency. Then suddenly, the loudest sound Mary ever heard, a single, strong, clear beep, followed by another and another. The monitor stabilized. The boy's chest rose higher, stronger. Color flushed back into his cheeks. A moment of stunned silence filled the room. Then the lead doctor exhaled and stepped away. He left the ICU and walked straight towards Mary, his face unreadable. Mary braced herself. "Doctor?" she whispered. He crouched to her eye level, his voice hushed in awe. "He's responding again, and we don't know how." His heart suddenly corrected itself. His breathing normalized. It's like his body just woke up. Mary gasped, hand over her mouth. Is he alive?" The doctor smiled, softly, stunned. "Yes, he's alive." Mary crumpled to the floor in tears, this time not from fear, but from overwhelming relief. She didn't shout, she didn't scream, she simply whispered, "Thank you, my God, thank you." Hours passed. The sun began to rise, casting warm light through the hospital windows. The storm outside had stopped. Through puddles still shimmered on the pavement. A nurse led Mary into the room. Her son lay peacefully, eyes half open, his tiny hand resting atop the blanket. "Mommy?" he whispered. Mary rushed to him, kissing his forehead again and again. "Oh baby, you're here. You're really here." He smiled weakly. "Did you wait for me?" Mary nodded, crying. "I never left." The doctor later explained that her son's recovery made no medical sense. None at all. Machines can fail. Human knowledge can fail. But God? He never does. In the months that followed, Daniel recovered completely. His strength returned. His smile returned. His laughter once again filled the small house they lived in. Mary often kept the little blue zippers on her bedside table, not as a reminder of fear, but of faith, because in that hospital hallway, when hope was dying, God breathed life.